I said this to my audience. I said a lot of those FBA women who listen to Tariq Nasheed, some of those are Cynthia G supporters.
There are.
Absolutely. Who came up to my show to try to debate me, saying that she listens to Tariq Nasheed, but she's a Cynthia G supporter. I said, how are you cool with Mr. Pro-Black, but then you listen to a woman who promotes the abortion of black male babies? It don't make no sense. And I'm going to say this to and I'm going to pass it back to Tommy. A lot of these so-called FBA women are supporters of Cynthia G, and she promotes the abortion of black male babies openly. And they let this broad back on YouTube.
Remember, that's cognitive dissonance.
Think about it. The worst thing I do is tell the truth. You can't name the bad thing I do. I ain't said they need to unalive all these black women. You ain't heard me say they need to. If a woman is pregnant, she realized her baby's a girl, she need to get rid of it.
Right.
You ain't heard me say these things. So ask yourself, why is it that these white people I coon for listen to y'all black folks who pro-black try to get me off? And why is it you pro-blacks run to the white man to get rid of me? I'm confused. Y'all FBA. Y'all shouldn't be going to Zuckerberg, telling Zuckerberg to get me off of the line. Y'all shouldn't be going to Elon saying, why you still letting him talk? As a matter of fact, you should be able to use your big boy words. Like somebody said, Tommy come from a single mother. Exactly. That's why I name a lot of my flaws. They come exactly from there. Unlike y'all, I wasn't raised to believe that because it's my situation, I can't say it's wrong. Remember, I'm the same guy who tells you, no matter how much you see me with my daughter, I think it has harmed her that she doesn't live in a household with her father, that she has a split household. I don't think that's cool. I don't think we did her any favors. I'm not you niggas. I don't go around and saying because I do it, I'm going to defend it. Many things that I do are wrong. That's the part of being a man, growing up. So when you say he was raised by a woman, yes, and I noticed a lot of things I did because of it. I noticed a lot of situations I found myself in because of it. I noticed the way that I talk a lot of times because of it. Hell, I remember one time I was standing at Popeye's Chicken, getting ready to order some chicken. I'm standing there looking up at the menu like this. Hands on my shoulders, hands on my hip like this. I looked down and said, why are my hands like this? Well, and I saw my mama one day. We was at JJ's fish market. She went to order food. What did she do? I'm standing like her. A lot of these things that if there was a father there, because you're going to learn from who you're around. Why do you think so many young black boys stick their feet in some high heel shoes? But their mama walking around with them. When do we learn to shave, though? We learn how to shave on an accident. I learned how to tie a tie from watching, and this is no lie. This is the God's honest truth, swear on my grandma. I learned how to tie a tie from watching Young and the Restless. I had it recorded. And now again, this lets you know how feminine I was. I'm in college. I had to record Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, and Guy and Light. And I scheduled my classes around them because I had to see them because my grandmama and mama didn't watch them. I'm up here watching. And I didn't know how to tie a tie. And I had recorded this dude was talking. What was his name? I forgot his name. But he was tying his tie. So what I did was kept rewinding it and learned how to tie my tie at the age of 20 from a TV show. Because who else was tying ties in my house? Nobody. But I knew how to do the women things because I had seen them. I knew how to wash dishes but couldn't cut grass. I had seen what they do but didn't see what a man does. I had to learn how to be a man from watching other people's fathers, other people's uncles, other men do things, watch it on television, what I thought a man is supposed to do, which is the worst way to learn, and especially at the age in which I was learning it. Many things that I'm learning, I'm still learning now, and I'm 49 years old. There's a lot of wasted years in my life. There's a lot of wasted money in my life. Simply because I didn't know how to be a man. I was learning how to be a man from a rap song. I was learning how to be a man from watching Boys in the Hood. It's crazy things. Simple things. If we just cared enough about each other, we'd give us the right tools to finish the job.
Don't tell me that the white man made you do it. Now I know you guys are gonna say, well, the white man put the guns there, the white man put the drugs there. You're right. You're correct. 100%. But he didn't force you to pick up the gun and use it on somebody who looks like you. See, I know a lot of our people don't like accountability. You know, they can talk all day about white supremacy, and that's cool. I'm not tripping off that, because white people have created a lot of this shit, right? But nobody's forcing black folks to unalive one another. No one is forcing us to do that, right? And another thing I want to say is this. Somebody said, oh, well, gang culture and ratchet culture is a minority in the black community. Those people represent the minority. Okay, if that's what you want to say. Do most black people live in the hood, or do most black people live in the suburbs? Now, this is Baltimore, Maryland. Can we honestly say that it's only a small percentage of our people who embrace this culture? Can we honestly say that? Huh? And if that's the case, why does the minority of black people have more influence than the so-called majority? Good black folks. Hopefully I can get an answer. What percentage of black Americans do you guys think embrace ghetto and gang culture, ratchet culture? What percentage of our people do you guys think embrace this culture? Is it a small minority? Is it the majority? Is it 50%? Give me some feedback. Across the country. Can we deal with reality?
Okay. Okay. So when they tear those down.
And I don't care about what white people are doing. It was somebody in the comments who tried to say, well, white people in the trailer parks. White people in the trailer parks ain't killing each other like niggas do in the ghetto. That's the difference. Let me ask you guys another question. Is it white supremacy keeping blacks in poverty, or can we say that blacks are stuck in poverty due to their own ignorance? Give me some feedback in the comments. It's white supremacy that's keeping us in poverty.
What are they talking about? 96? 96? Oh, yeah. You can look it up. They show when they demolished it. Yeah.
Somebody said we spend too much time focusing on hood rats. Well, if black people are dying by large numbers by hood rats, how could you ignore that? If black people are being murdered by one another at alarming rates, how could we ignore that? That ain't something that you can ignore, especially if you claim to love black people in the black community. How could you ignore those numbers? Right? Nobody in a right mind. Do you think if white people was being murdered by each other in these numbers, they would ignore that shit? Do you think if Asians was being murdered by one another in the same numbers that blacks murder one another, do you really think the Asian community would ignore that? So he said that 13,000 blacks being murdered is a small percentage. All right. How many people in the comment section agree with that? It's only a small percentage. Only 13,000 blacks last year was unalive. That's a small percentage. Okay. All right.
That shit crazy.
Yes. Yeah, I feel bad. They taking out projects from us.
So in your opinion, what you think? Like,
somebody said there's more positive brothers that are doing good things besides these pookies. All right, let me ask you something, my brother. Who has more influence over the black community? Positive brothers or the ghetto pookies in hip hop, the ghetto pookies in the hood in these communities? Who has more influence? Who has more influence? The black men that are telling you to do the right thing, or these hood pookies? Who has more influence? Hopefully you guys will be honest in the comments. Right? You have choices. The white man didn't tell you to pick up that gun and murder a nigga that look like you. The white man didn't tell you you got to sell those drugs to your neighbor next door. The white man didn't tell you you must sell those drugs to your family members to make money. You made a conscious decision to do that. Now, you can say the white man made it possible for me to get these drugs. That might be true, but you still had a choice, and you decided to do it. You decided to sell it to your people. The white man didn't force you. If the conscious, if honest, hardworking black people outnumber the so-called pookies, how come the honest, hardworking black people haven't cleaned up the community? I mean, they do represent the majority, so that should make it easier for them to eliminate the pookie and the influence that pookie has on the community. I mean, I'm just saying. Hopefully, I make sense. But then again, I know I do make sense. But most people don't want to accept those facts.
We already know by crime of proximity. Like we know that. Like I get where you're going. Like, yes, it happens. It happens. But we also look at the alarming we were saying genocide with the police officers since day one. And then on top of that, we don't know if these melanated people out here killing our people. Like, these immigrants do mean business. And they have been genociding our people, and then they'll mark them as black. Statistically, or in these reports. That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you something, bro. In Los Angeles, it's a sanctuary city. Blacks are unalived by blacks 90% of the time. So most of the time it's blacks killing other blacks. It ain't black Mexicans killing blacks. It's blacks killing other blacks. It's only a small percentage that is a cop or some Mexicans. Most of the time,
no, brother.
But I'm telling you, what I'm trying to tell you is most of the time it is us unaliving us. It ain't white people. It ain't the cops. Yes, it happens, but not in the same numbers that blacks unalive each other.
I live on the East Coast, so I see things like a little bit differently. We come in contact with melanated or black-looking simulated people that cosplay Black Americans, even change their names. All right, trying to forge the system to act like they're a Black American, and they do these crimes, and they really do up these stats, bro. I'm gonna presume innocent before I ever call my people guilty, especially if we have an exonerated rate of 53%, bro.
We can't blame it on tethers. Like, if you go to Memphis, those are not Caribbean black people there. Those are blacks. If you go to New Orleans, those are FBA people. You go to St. Louis, those are FBA people. What I'm saying is the highest murder rates are cities that are full of FBA people. St. Louis been taking the crown. Birmingham, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi. These are FBA strongholds where blacks are doing the majority of killing on each other. It ain't tethers and it ain't the police. It is blacks unaliving each other 90+% of the time in these FBA stronghold cities. That's all I'm saying. Cities that are dominated with FBA people have the highest murder rates in the country. Birmingham, Alabama, 80% FBA. The crime rate is murder rate is one of the worst in the country. St. Louis, majority FBA. Murder rate is off the chain. Detroit, majority
But you're getting that. Are you getting FBI data statistics, or where are you getting your data from?
Come on, homie. This is gang warfare in inner cities with black people. Let's not play no games. Detroit, Memphis, Tennessee. Those are FBA strongholds, and blacks are unaliving other blacks. It ain't tethers, my nigga. It ain't white people unaliving the blacks. It ain't tethers. These are FBA dominated cities, and those cities have some of the highest murder rates in the country. These are FBAs killing other FBAs. I gotta be honest with you, brother.
Brother, I hear what you're saying. Like, you seen those people with these face simulated masks that look like black folks? Like, there's a lot of things, brother. There's too many variables where I can't trust all that for face value. I would want to dig out the facts and investigate more.
God, now we're gonna play this game.
Brother, like got an Asian people got an Asian hate crime bill off of this shit, man.
We know.
Like, come on.
I'm talking about blacks that's unaliving each other. I'm not talking about no Asians, bro. What I'm saying is the most dangerous cities in America are FBA strongholds. Can we at least be honest with that? Memphis, one of the most dangerous cities. Birmingham, Alabama. St. Louis, New Orleans, Philadelphia. These are FBA strongholds with some of the highest murder rates in the country. Can we be honest? Most of the crimes that goes on in these cities are FBA on other FBA. I love my people, but I can't sit up here and make up no lies. I'm gonna be honest with the people. But I guess our people don't like honesty, man. It's easy to say those were tethers. When I said that a lot of FBA women still listen to Cynthia G, you know what FBA people told me? Those black women who support Cynthia G are tethers. I'm like, are you serious? Jackson, Mississippi, 82% black. FBA on FBA homicides, FBA on FBA killings. Little Rock, Arkansas, FBA strongholds have some of the most, they're some of the most violent, the most dangerous cities in the country. Do we blame it on white supremacy, or do we hold black people accountable for their ignorance?
Man, the biggest killer of their own people is white supremacy. I could point to World War I, World War II, Civil War. I could point to the atrocity that white folks engaged in.
About what white, but we're not talking about what white people do to each other. We're talking about
you're pushing,
bro. I'm talking about what blacks are doing to each other. I'm not talking about what whites are doing to each other. White
but Red, when you make the perspective and say that we kill each other at a larger rate, you're comparing our rate to another group. So I'm looking at
I don't care, bro. You missing the point, bro. Black people don't have a big enough population to be doing to each other what white folks have done to each other. We don't have the luxury to do that as black people. We don't. Look at what black people did in California. Now you're the minority in your own community. That's going to happen across the country if niggas keep doing it to each other in these FBA strongholds. These FBA strongholds are going to get gentrified because of all the black on black killing. That's the point that I'm making. I can give a damn about what whites are doing to each other. I'm talking about what we are doing to one another. We can't stop.
You act like the police is not catching up on bad black folks.
I just told you. Hold on.
Like, come on now.
Hold on, bro. I said something that made perfect sense. If the logic is, if this is the logic, we shouldn't talk about what black people do to each other because we can't stop it. Okay, by that same logic, we can't stop systematic white supremacy. So why complain about it? If we can't stop niggas from being niggas, then you can't stop systematic white supremacy. You can't change it. So my thing is this: if because the killings that we do amongst each other, see, it don't matter what other people are doing to each other. I'm here talking about what we're doing to each other. We complaining about the system, but we're doing their dirty work. So it's
okay, but Red, hold up.
We can't stop systematic racism. They said that we couldn't be slaves.
Hold on. This ain't got nothing to do with slaves. This ain't got nothing to do with slavery. None of us have been enslaved.
When you talk about systematic racism,
what I'm talking about right now is this, bro. Who's going to take you serious talking about systematic white supremacy when blacks are killing each other in alarming rates? They're going to say, well, shit, how you going to complain about what the white man doing when you're the main ones killing each other? At that point, we're not even taking each other serious because look at what we're doing to one another. So we're going to point about what the white man doing, but who's killing black people the most? Other niggas. And when our communities get gentrified, listen, bro, we're giving them the ammunition to do the things that they're doing, because look at how we treat one another. So at some point, if we can't stop niggas from killing niggas, if we can't speak to our people and get them to stop doing what's harming us, then what's the use in talking about white supremacy? We can't stop it. We can't even stop our own people. Listen, man, black people keep ourselves broke. The white man, listen, there's so many opportunities nowadays. The white man ain't keeping you broke. Your bad decisions and ignorance is keeping niggas broke. I can't blame that on the white man. Yes, did white
poverty shaming the Negroes?
All I'm saying is this: white people did enslave us. They did take from us. But in today's times, in 2025, your ignorance is keeping you broke. Not a white man stopping you from getting paid. Come on, homie.
Brother, I got other immigrants that stopped me from getting paid, and I got a master's degree. I'm telling you things that I have sat down and experienced. So the reason why I had to create my own job and write a book, because these people ain't trying to F with me. I'm just keeping it real with you.
You know how many, listen, bro, I know black people who apply themselves and work hard, they're successful. Can a white man stop them from being successful? You might have some roadblocks in particular fields, but ultimately, your ignorance is what's keeping you unsuccessful. It ain't the white man stopping you from becoming successful. That shit is due to ignorance. And like I said, there's way too many opportunities to make money to keep saying that the white man is the reason that I'm in poverty. No, your bad decision making is what's keeping you in poverty, not the damn white man.